Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Houston Sports Talk back for another video today, and we're going to be talking about three moves that the Houston Texans made, three re-signings for the Houston Texans. First, the three players the Texans re-signed. We're going to start off with Chris Moore. Honestly, not a bad re-signing. They re-signed him to a one-year deal. Yeah, Chris Moore was a very talented wide receiver at the end of the season. Played half of the season with the Texans. The second half of the season, got 21 receptions, 2 touchdowns, 227 yards, 6 first downs. His longest play was 67 yards, I believe. That was a touchdown versus New England. He averaged 11 yards per catch. Very decent year for Chris Moore. Very talented wide receiver. Yeah, I'm excited to see what he can do for us next season. We'll see what he does for us next season. If he's a starting wide receiver, we'll have to see if he can make it through training camp. I'm not saying I don't believe he can. I do believe he can from the way he finished last season. But I do know that the Texans are probably going to add in a couple more big names from wide receiver. Not big names, but bigger names than Chris Moore. And here's another one that the Texans re-signed, Chris Conley. They re-signed him to a one-year deal as well. I mean, they're very similar. Like if you ask me who's better, Chris Conley or Chris Moore, I mean, number one, they got the first fucking name, the first same name. That's one thing. Number two is, I don't know, they both had similar seasons. I mean, Chris Conley only had one more catch than Chris Moore. They both had the same amount of touchdowns. But here's the thing, Chris Conley played like most of the season, though. I know Chris Conley missed a couple games, but Chris Conley, did he miss a couple games? Yes, but Chris Moore was with the team for half of the season. So, but they're both very good wide receivers, and we'll see what they can do for the Texans later in the summer. But, I mean, yeah, we will see what they do. I'm very excited about the re-signing of Chris Moore. Chris Conley, I'm a little, I don't know. We'll see what happens with the rest of the wide receivers, like Brandon Cooks. But, I mean, yeah. And the other re-signing the Texans made was Terrence Brooks, a safety. And Justin Reed has left the Texans as well. So the Texans are going to be needing some help with the safety position. I bet they are trying to work on re-signing Desmond King. They re-signed Terrence Brooks. They also signed a name from the Browns that we will be talking about in a future video today. Decent signing, actually. But Terrence Brooks, 15 tackles this season. Did have some injury problems this year as well, as so did mostly 3 of these guys had. Well, no, Chris Moore didn't have injury problems. He just came in the season for the team late. Chris Conley had a little bit of injury problems. Terrence Brooks, I mean, 15 tackles for a non-starter and a player who who was a little bit injured this season. I think that's a pretty decent stat line. 15 tackles, 5 assists for a player who was hurt and wasn't even a starter. But I mean, yeah, that's basically it. The Texans also re-signed Anthony Aguilar, the tight end. He was decent. I remember the Patriots game he played. He scored a touchdown in that game. Besides the Patriots game in Houston, where Davis Mills was like absolutely insane, throwing dimes in the first half, and then they blew the lead in the second half, and the Patriots came back. I don't really remember anything else from Anthony Aguilar this season, but yeah, he's a decent tight end. We'll see what he does. I don't know if he'll make it to the training camp roster, but I mean, yeah, that's basically it for the video. Hope you enjoyed. Let me know what you think about these 4 re-signings. But yeah, that's the end of the video, and peace out. Go Texans.